of the most constantly asked questions to me on Twitter and on YouTube is,
should I get Wii U or 3DS?
I think it's time to finally break this one down. Now I know what a lot of you guys are going to say. How the hell are you going to compare a handheld to a home console? Well, of course the Wii U is better, it's more powerful. Well, that's right, Callie, the Wii U is more powerful, but let me explain why you might be wrong. In terms of the price range, the new 3DS XL and the Wii U are within the same price ranges. You can get a new 3DS XL for about $200 while you can get a Wii U for about $250 to $300. Depending on the model or the bundle you buy, one piece of hardware may come with a game or two, but that really varies on when you're watching this video. Now let's start with the 3DS. The new 3DS XL is powerful compared to the original model, but also a weakling compared to the Wii U. Looking at the specifications, the new 3DS XL has 256 MB of RAM, 64 of which are dedicated over to the operating system. For the CPU, we have a 268 MHz ARM11 MP Core quad-core processor, and lastly for the GPU, it has a 266 MHz DMP GPU. As for the screens, the bottom touchscreen is 4.8 inches diagonally at a resolution of 320 by 240, while the top screen is a 4.88 inch screen at a resolution of 800 by 240. Keep in mind that the resolutions are halved for the 3D mode of the 3DS. As the name suggests, you're able to play games fully in 3D without any glasses. Best of all is that the new 3DS models offer face tracking. This lets you experience the 3D effect while still moving your head or your handheld around. Now let's look at the Wii U specifications. On the Wii U side of things, the console runs a 1.24 GHz tri-core IBM PowerPC CPU with 2GB of DDR3 RAM. For the GPU, it uses a 550 MHz AMD Radeon GPU, and to better summarize its power capabilities, it's a slightly more powerful Xbox 360. It also comes with a fancy controller called the Gamepad. The Gamepad features a 6.2 inch screen diagonally at a resolution of 854 by 480. It also has built-in NFC to scan in Nintendo's new Toy to Life amiibo figures. Actually, the new 3DS XL has this as well. So when comparing the hardware specs alone, of course the Wii U kills the 3DS. It's more expensive, it uses more powerful components as a home console compared to a handheld. So yes, while you can play games in full HD on the Wii U, you can only play 3DS games at a sub-HD resolution in 3D. Specs don't really matter though. When comparing these two at a very close price range, the only thing that really matters is the amount of value and fun you get for your money, and ultimately that comes down to the games. On the Wii U, we have a decent amount of first-party and indie game support, but also a heavy lack of third-party support. Nintendo has done a great job substituting the lack of third-party games with first-party support. We've had a lot of great hits from Nintendo over the years. Pikmin 3 was the last entry in the RTS game series from Nintendo that has you controlling Pikmin to aid you on your mission to survive on this foreign planet and get home to your home planet. Nintendo Land was a collection of minigames that was meant to show off the capabilities of the Gamepad. Super Mario 3D World was a fantastic 3D Mario game that skipped out on the Mario Galaxy gameplay for something more similar to Super Mario 3D Land, but with a fantastic multiplayer mode. Mario Kart 8 is still one of the most beautiful looking games on the system, and it's still looking comparable to something on the PS4 or on the Xbox One. And finally, we have three of the biggest hitters in the recent months. Splatoon is a brand new third-person shooter IP from Nintendo that's gone on to be a real hit with audiences. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U brings the series to the HD era with a crazy cast of characters mixing up first-party and third-party. And lastly, we have Xenoblade Chronicles X, proving to be one of the best JRPGs of 2015. There's also a few digital download games on the eShop not from Nintendo that are great to play on the Wii U. Microsoft, for example, recently ported over Minecraft to the Wii U, finally bringing the popular game series to a Nintendo console. Little Inferno is a cute little puzzle game that has you burning objects together to keep warm and create combos to progress the story. Finally, we have Shovel Knight, one of the best retro-inspired indie games to come out in recent years with exclusive content only available on the Wii U. As mentioned before, third-party support is lackluster, with main third-party support coming from Sega and Platinum Games recently. Sega has published a handful of games exclusively on the Wii U like Sonic Boom, Sonic Lost World, and their subdivision Atlas is currently working on the upcoming Fire Emblem Cross Shinigami Tensei game. Platinum Games also worked on the Wonderful 101 and Bayonetta 2, both of which were developed exclusively for the Wii U since Nintendo published the games. With that said, don't expect to see much other third-party support in general for the Wii U. Looking onto the Wii U's future, you shouldn't expect to see really any third-party support. Indie and first party is pretty much all that's left. Nintendo recently released Twilight Princess HD, a remaster of the Wii/GameCube game. Also in March we'll be getting Pokken Tournament, a game that crosses the world of Pokemon with traditional 2D fighting games. To round up the year, we have Star Fox Zero and Zelda Wii U, both expected to come out pretty soon, but we don't know much about Zelda Wii U just yet. If you're going to buy a Wii U right now, you need to be content with possibly only having the games already released for it, as the Wii U's game library is starting to shrink constantly. The Wii U has a great library right now, but don't expect any more than maybe 3 new must-have games by the end of the year. Moving on to the Nintendo 3DS library, things are a bit better. We not only have first-party and indie game support, but we also have a decent third-party following, primarily a lot of JRPGs as of lately. Starting off with the first-party support, we've had a lot of great games from Nintendo. Super Smash Bros. For 3DS is a console-quality Smash Bros. Game right in your pocket. Mario Kart 7 brings the fun kart racer over to the 3DS in full 3D. Pokemon X and Y are a reimagining of the popular RPG series in complete 3D with astonishing new graphics and gameplay that changed the series forever. Link Between Worlds brought the Legend of Zelda series back to its roots with its top-head gameplay, bringing players nostalgic feelings of playing Link to the Past once again. Fire Emblem Fates takes everything that made Awakening really popular in the West and just made it better. We've also had a lot of sequels and remakes of popular Nintendo games and series like New Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario 3D Land, Star Fox 64 3D, Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and lastly, Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. In terms of indie games, there is a great selection of games to try out on the eShop. WayForward has been really supportive over the years with their Mighty Switch Force series. Gunman Clive is a fantastic western platformer shooter that looks amazing in the 3D with this art style. Mutant Mudds is a retro-themed platformer from Renegade Kid that pulls on your nostalgic heartstrings. We also have a few creation tools like Colors 3D, a lovely drawing application that lets you draw and share your creations online with the rest of the community in full 3D. Third-party support has been pretty outstanding on the 3DS. Kingdom Hearts 3 Drop Distance brought a full-fledged entry in the popular RPG series to the 3DS. Persona Q was the newest RPG entry from Atlus's popular Persona series, bringing the popular cast of Persona 4 and 3 together. Bravely Default brings everything you know and love about the original Final Fantasy games to the Nintendo 3DS. And lastly, we have Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, the last entry in the popular Capcom RPG series. In terms of the future, we're still getting a lot of great games for the 3DS. Nintendo recently announced a brand new Kirby game scheduled for this summer. Capcom announced that they're bringing Monster Hunter Generations to the 3DS as well. Lastly, Square Enix is bringing the sequel to Bravely Default, Bravely Second, and the Dragon Quest VII remake later this year. So if you picked up a new 3DS right now, you'd have a huge backlog of games to play just like the Wii U, but you'd also have new games coming out not only from Nintendo and a few indie games, but a handful of new RPGs from third parties. So we've talked the specs and we've talked about games. What's the verdict? Well, if you're stuck between the 3DS and the Wii U with roughly $300 in your pocket, I'd go with the 3DS. The backlog library on the 3DS is much larger than the Wii U. Not only that, but the 3DS in general has been getting a lot of support from not just Nintendo, but also third-party support. What's even more important is that the Nintendo NX is on the horizon, and with rumors pointing towards it being a home console, it only becomes more apparent that the Wii U is for sure on its way out. The Nintendo 3DS, on the other hand, will still have a little bit of life in it. With that said, if you absolutely have to try out Splatoon or Xenoblade Chronicles X or the new Smash Bros. In HD, then the Wii U isn't a bad choice. Usually you can get a used Wii U with a good handful of games for pretty cheap. You just need to come to terms that the library that's out now is pretty much all you're going to get with the Wii U. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys found it useful and informative, and if you did, be sure to smash that like button to show support for this channel. In the comment section below, if you have any questions regarding the Wii U or the 3DS or my opinions on that, feel free to ask and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.